Hi everyone, welcome to Hack the Valley. My name is Prashant.
Hi everyone, my name is Arib, and we're really excited for this event. We're gonna wait a couple minutes just so that everyone can join, and then we'll get started in a bit.
How's everyone's Friday doing? Pretty good. And yes, it is recorded. You can watch it on the replay section for Hopin. We'll give it 3 more minutes. We can start at 6:05. There is no designated sleeping time. Well, it's up to you when you want to sleep. Some people prefer sleeping right now, working at night. You know, if you're really good, then you might want to sleep until Saturday and just grind it out Sunday morning. Who's Ralph? Ralph is the founder of this event. He left last year. Yeah, he is our Lord and Savior. Gary, I think we're good to go. We can start off.
Yep, sounds good. All right, guys, I'm really excited to announce Hack the Valley 5. The opening ceremony has just started, and yeah, we're all really excited. We've been planning a long time for this. We tried to make it in person, but because of some restrictions, we weren't able to. But we're still excited to bring Hack the Valley 5 virtually. We have tons of stuff planned throughout the event. And this opening ceremony is just going to give you guys a quick preview of what to expect. Just introductions for some of the workshops, for some of the challenges, as well as providing more information on what we are expecting, as well as guest speakers from FGF. The dean will also drop by from U of T, as well as the hub. And yeah, so Prashant, let's just get started.
Sure.
If you guys haven't noted it down, I hope everyone has all these links noted down, but if not, then these will also be posted later in the announcement chat. And Discord, please make sure every hacker joins this, as this is our main communication platform. we have been receiving a lot of emails on our hello@hackthevalley.io, and that won't be checked as much as our Discord because that would be our main gateway to the hackers. So you'll be able to join in your hacker dashboard, and that should provide you guys a lot of, more information on it. And the dev post link, this will also be where you guys will be submitting your your submissions. And just make sure you guys have this down. More information on how submissions will work and how we'll be judging will be provided near the end of the ceremony. But yeah, please make sure you guys also have this link written down. And this is also the Hopin link. I'm sure if you guys are here in the presentation, you guys have this already. But most of our workshops are going to be present on Hopin rather than Discord. Some of ours are present on Discord, but most of the company workshops, the sponsor booths, they will all be present on Hopin. So these are just links that are basically your bread and butter for the upcoming 36 hours. Yeah. And this year, we actually had a tremendous outcome, which we weren't really expecting since it was a virtual event. We still received over 3,400 applications, and we had accepted more than 750 people. So congratulations to you guys, as you guys are the 750 accepted hackers who are able to participate at Hack the Valley 5. There was a lot of application, a lot of demand, and we were very excited to see what everyone has to bring on the table. There's people ranging from grade 12s to all the way up to senior years, and we have people from all around the world. And we're really excited to have you guys all here. And in terms of prizes, we have over $17,000, and that includes in-kind and sponsor prizes. So stay tuned as we will have more information on this later on. And if not, you guys can also see all the competition and its prizes on the dev post, link that was earlier shown. So yeah, Prashant.
Yep. So let's take a journey back to when Hack the Valley started. We started in 2016. Every year we've gotten some sort of achievement. In 2016, we crowdsourced over 1,000 open source commits. That means every single project that was made in our first iteration of Hack the Valley was an open source project. So a lot of these projects afterwards were still contributed on by other people. That was a big achievement. Then Hack the Valley 2, 2017. This is when we introduced the Women in Science Summit. The Women in Science Summit ran in the States, but we introduced it in Canada for the first time, and we innovated on this. We got global recognition, and we, again, made inclusive networking events throughout the event. For Hack the Valley 3, we realized that a lot of corporate companies were coming to events, but a lot of startups were missing out, maybe because they didn't have the budget or the manpower to come to the event. So we made it a startup-friendly event. We got over 5 or 6 startups that came to the event, helped them with their branding, with their networking. They even hired some people throughout the event. Pretty interesting times. For Hack the Valley 4, we introduced something unique, which is the Global Sustainability Initiative. This initiative was so every event that happens, every hackathon that happens, there's always food waste. There's always t-shirts and sweaters made from non-recyclable materials. So we made it a goal within ourselves to decrease this by 50%. We partnered with 30 different organizations. And MLH were actually credited to be the founder for this. So we partnered with 30 different organizations throughout Canada. We're looking to the States once we come back to in person. And actually all of our sweaters, so the one you see currently, the swag you would have received if you came in person, hopefully you receive in the next iteration, they're all full from recyclable materials. And then finally, for Hack the Valley 5, we made it a challenge-based hackathon. So this way, you guys will have the opportunity to solve real-world problems rather than coming in and just making a random product. And this year, we are continuing the Women in Science Summit, even though it is virtual. But because it's virtual, we're able to open it globally for every single person in the world. So that means people not part of this event can still join that are still interested in it. So we have over 400 people registered for the summit itself. So I highly encourage you guys, regardless of, if you're female or not, to come out, come to this event, hear the stories. We have some great panels, some great swag planned out through the event. It'll be on Microsoft Teams. We'll share announcements closer to the event, closer to the Saturday on how you guys can join.
Yeah, and I'll just go through some of some of the challenges that we have. As most of you guys have already known from applying, we have four required routes, and the first one is discovery. So this is mainly in this challenge, we're just expecting hackers to sort of be more innovative and creative with the submissions that they are providing. So this one, like some of the ideas can be either to leverage the new worlds of virtual reality and augmented reality, and or even provide new machine learning and AI solutions. And so the discovery route is really catered to those that are trying to use the most up and coming technology available and just take some innovative approaches to trying something brand new. And we are really excited to provide this category so that we can see like newer and more up-to-date technology submissions. So the next one is nature. This route is again catered to more so of the current events that are happening. There's a lot of issues relating to climate change. I think that was a big factor that sort of promoted this route, is that their technology can play a huge role in trying to reduce our carbon footprint or plays another role to serve the ecosystem and environment. And so we are trying to look at submissions that sort of provide a solution to issues like this. And whether it be either global warming, greenhouse gas emissions, species extinction, and many more. So the nature route is truly just to explore you guys in this specific aspect to make sure that we have some submissions that sort of cater more into priority solution with issues that we're facing in terms of this. And in terms of the technology route, while this is pretty broad, the basic idea of this is it sort of came from COVID-19. Is basically if this year has taught us anything, it's that the importance of working together and finding ways to be there for one another is really important, especially with the virtual environments that we're in right now. Even though in-person things are starting up, there's still a huge demand for this. And so we are trying to promote more virtual solutions, more ways to find a connection between people. And this route sort of just focuses on that. And so participants in this specific tribe can aim to find a solution in technology that can help find ways to connect people together. So that's the basis of this. And the health route as well. Again, this is also catered sort of because we were thinking of this during the COVID pandemic. Technology can again play a huge impact in the way health can be either improved, or it can find solutions for many different aspects of health. This could be a mental health, physical, social, or even something in a more precise discipline. And we're just looking for submissions that sort of cater to provide a solution in this specific topic. And there have been a lot of focus, especially for mental health, with the newest technology, where there's some like mindful apps and other stuff catered where doctors are able now provide on-site, like not on-site, sorry, so virtual appointments. So these are just a few examples of what we've seen. And we'd see, it would be really cool to see if you guys are able to come up with something else or something different to sort of help this problem that we're having.
So we have our internal challenges as well. Sponsors have their own, right? So you can build a product that incorporates every single challenge, and you'll be able to compete for all these challenge prizes. One of these challenges, actually two of them, come from Loblaw. One of them is AI models such as computer vision, product recommendation engine, and speech recognition can play a huge role in physical retail space. How can Loblaw leverage it to enhance the in-store shopping experience? So they're actually hosting a workshop right after this at 8 p.m. where they're going to be talking about their challenge, giving tips and tricks. You'll learn about the Amplify initiatives that they're doing at Loblaw. So I highly recommend you guys go check it out, ask any questions you have. You know, they might even be open to using your idea. So talk to them about your idea, see what they think about it, see how you can improve it as well. The second challenge also comes from Loblaw. It's AR and mixed reality has the potential to futurize and transform the way consumers shop for products. How might Loblaw use it to gamify the shopping experience while providing more value to Loblaw consumers? And we have one more from Pingwalk, which Arif can talk about.
Yeah, so the basis of the challenge is to basically provide provide a space where we can encourage people to create video games that are original and educational. So the drive of this was sort of to introduce the youth into computer science via the means of an educational video game. And so Pingwalk has partnered up with the hub at UTSC to sort of provide this challenge where it can be really cool and interesting to see how our hackers can sort of provide a solution for this. And so there we have a speaker from Pingwalk who can explain more about this challenge later on.
Right. So now workshops. We have tons of internal workshops, company workshops, sponsor workshops, gaming sessions planned throughout the event. Be sure to take advantage of these. These are just for you. No one else outside of the hackathon are able to come to these. So starting from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. on Hop-In Sessions, we will have the Loblaw Amplify presentation, and where they'll be talking about the Amplify initiatives and introducing their challenges. Also, from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m., the DCP will be talking about their own 2 challenges that they're hosting. They're also rewarding prizes for those 2. In case you guys can't make it to any of these workshops and you prefer to go to one over another, or you want to go to both but can't make it, it will be recorded on Hop-In Replay, so make sure you check that out after. Then at 9 to 10 p.m. on YouTube, a link will be provided closer to 9 p.m. Echo AR will be hosting a workshop where you will be able to learn how to build an AR app in 15 minutes or less. Some of you might think of using Echo AR in your Loblaw challenge, so keep that in mind. See how you can integrate both of them at once. And then from 9 p.m. to 10:30 p.m., Pingwalk will be talking about their challenge as well. They'll be introducing their gaming challenge they have, what instructions they have. They might even, give you hints and tips how to win that challenge. And then from 10 to 11, we decided to put in a gaming tournament. You just can't go on for 72 hours continuously or even 36 hours and just keep on programming. So we decided to put in an Among Us gaming tournament. There will be prizes awarded for this. Near 10 p.m., one of our execs will make an announcement on how to register for it. Even if you don't know how to play, I recommend you guys come in, join in, learn, play, have fun for an hour. Then from 11 p.m. to 12 a.m., we have a Code in the Dark session. For those of you who do not know what Code in the Dark is, it is you get 5 minutes to build a website using HTML and CSS without actually having the ability to run that. So you're basically going in blind when you're running the website at the end. But you're not able to run it. Only the judge can run it at the end. So, you trust your ability, you go for it, and there's also a prize awarded for that as well. Then on Saturday, we have an intro to Fast API hosted by one of our senior devs. It will be on Hop-In Sessions from 12 a.m. to 1 a.m. I highly recommend checking that out. It will be a basic intro to Fast API workshop, meaning you can come in with no experience and come out with a lot of experience. Then from 1 a.m. to 4 a.m., 2 of our exec members will be hosting a Riot Gaming session. So this includes League of Legends and Valorant. A sign-up form will be released closer to the event. No experience is needed. Just make sure you guys have League and Valorant downloaded beforehand. If you download it during the event, it's going to take like 2 hours. You're going to miss half of it. So make sure you guys download it. Keep up to date for the announcements. And there will be a lot of prizes for this event. Then on Saturday, we have a data sketching algorithm from a professor that graduated from MIT and Imperial College. Will be giving this workshop. We ran it last year, actually, and it was very, very successful. So we had a call to run it again this year. So that's what we're doing. Make sure you guys check that out. He's currently a professor at UFT this year. Then you guys might be wondering, you're doing all these hackathons, but how exactly do you get an internship? You don't have any experience for first and second years. How do you get an internship? Well, that will be answered on the Saturday, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. We have Raymond Chen, who is a former Amazon intern and a current Microsoft intern. He's a math and stats student at UFT, but is doing a software development internship. So he will answer those questions. He will lead a discussion, might even help you through your resume details. And then 11 a.m. to 12 p.m., we have the Loblaw HR team will be presenting their open roles for new grad co-op internships. Be sure to check it out, especially if you're looking for a new placement or if you're looking for a job right after your 4th year. They will be talking about that. And then from 12:30 p.m. to 1 p.m., we have a speaker from Social Nature that will come in and they'll be talking about for Tech for Good. This speaker will also be judging you for the nature theme. So make sure to go to that and ask him for tips and hints on how he's going to be judging you so you get the right idea.
And continuing on to Saturday, from 1 to 2 p.m., we have IBM's resume workshop. Now, a lot of you guys entering this hackathon many of them are you guys are first years. And while Raymond's workshop can also help you sort of guide a path in terms of how to get an internship with that experience, having your resume reviewed by an IBM recruiter, that's a pretty amazing opportunity. And I will highly suggest you guys to check this out, as IBM will help you guys provide any tips that are needed with resume and what exactly they're looking for. And so that's posted from 1 to 2 p.m. And this is definitely one of our more exciting workshops that are present. And then from 2 to 5 p.m., like Prashant mentioned earlier on, is the Women in Science Summit. And this will be held on Microsoft Teams. And we will be sending the link later on. But most of you guys should have already signed up for this on Eventbrite. And because of the high demand that we normally get from Women in Science Summit, right now we have over 500 attendees just for this specific summit. So we are really excited. We have speakers from AMD, IBM, FGF brands, and even a professor from UFT who's going to be participating in this. And it's hosted by Hack the Value as well as the Women in Science, Women Computer Science Club at UTSC. So we highly recommend anyone to join the summit, as it is as there will also be prizes within this. And then one of our senior developers is also hosting an Intro to Next.js workshop. So if you guys are finding any problems with a specific framework, then you guys can definitely learn this from 5 to 6 p.m. on Saturday. And then while we had Among Us on Friday, we also have Battlesnake on Saturday. And we've also received a lot of questions about this, and there seems to be a lot of hype around this. So definitely come and check it out from 6 to 7 p.m. There will also be prizes for this specific tournament. And we're really excited to see what you guys bring to the table. And then from 7 to 8, I'd highly suggest this for the new hackers, for anyone who's just coming in with no programming experience or just trying to learn something. Git is a really effective tool to collaborate with teams. If you guys don't know, this is mainly used for version control and to make sure that multiple people can collaborate on the same project. And we're just giving an intro to Git workshop by, again, one of our developers at Hack the Valley, just so you guys can get familiar and get yourself started off with just collaborating, working with the team. And again, this is really, really important to help maintain a smooth workflow. And we also have a poker tournament from 8 to 9 p.m. We did receive a lot of requests for this from our last event. That was last year. They were trying to do it in person, but obviously that's not allowed. But we decided to bring it virtually. And please, make sure to check it out. And continuing on Saturday, we also have an Intro to React workshop. React is definitely one of the most widely used technologies, especially for front end and the frameworks. So an Intro to React by our tech lead is definitely going to be really helpful and important for your project. So that's being hosted from 9 to 10:30. And again, this is also one of our more popular tech workshops. So be sure to definitely check that out. And if you guys are trying to get an introduction to just data science with R, highly suggest to check it out from 10 to 11 p.m. as well. This workshop will just go through the basics of data cleaning and sort of just give you guys some form of exposure into data science. And R will be the primary platform. And this is also hosted by one of our logistics coordinators at Hack the Valley. And then from 11 to 12:30 p.m. We also have the Code to Production workshop, also led by our tech lead at Hack the Valley. Again, I mean, from just making a project to sort of having them on a production level, it's quite a challenge. It's not quite easy. So this workshop will definitely go through all the stuff that you need in order to sort of launch it on the production level.
Now, before we get started, before we get into the speakers, actually, we wanted to go over the Hopin demo in case some of you may be confused on where to go with the expo, with the sessions. So it's going to be a really quick 5-minute demo that we're going to watch together. Let me know if you have any questions. Actually, Angela is the one that filmed the demo, and She's actually moderating the chat right now, so she can help you answer those questions as well.
Hey guys, I'm Angela from Hack the Valley, and this will be a walkthrough of our Hopin for Hack the Valley 5. So Hopin will be one of the online platforms used to run Hack the Valley this year, and it's where you'll find workshop sessions and our main stage. So during the event, when you first log into Hopin, you'll be shown this main page here. And the first thing you'll see is our sponsors for the event. So they are separated into gold, silver, and partner sponsors. And if you click on any of these, it's going to lead you to their website. So this can be useful to find out which sponsors you'll be interested in engaging with throughout the event. So under that, you're going to find our event schedule. And this is where you can see chat function. So this is a chat to the entire event. So all attendees can see this, including sponsors and execs. When you attend the main stage or a separate session, there'll be a separate chat for those. So there can also be polls and Q&A set up during the workshops. You can also send direct messages using this button here to any of the attendees. And you can also search for any of them using the search function. The agenda here is where your saved workshops will be, and you can also schedule a meeting with anyone. So you can enter what the meeting's about, when you want to have it, invite people by using the search function, and once you send the invitation on their side, they can either accept or decline it. If you need help with anything or have any issues with the platform, please use our Discord instead of the direct messaging system here on Hopin, as it will be easier for our execs to respond to you there. So some points of contact are listed in your hacker package based on what kind of help you need. Moving on to the stage on the left side tab here. This is where our opening and closing ceremonies will be held. So once you start, just click on the stage tab here and you should be able to see whatever is happening at the moment. So our opening and closing ceremonies will be live. At the right here, you can see that the event chat is still here, but there's also a stage chat. So this is just a chat to anyone who is viewing the stage right now. Moving on to sessions, this is where you will see any of the workshops show up as they appear on the schedule. So they will show up only a few minutes before the actual workshop starts. So make sure that you're on this page when you want to attend a workshop. You can use any of the tags here to filter out certain workshops, or you can also use the search function here. The Expo tab is where all sponsor booths will be, so you can click on any of these, go in, talk to their representatives, and learn more about their company. So this is a great way to network with the sponsors and possibly learn more about the internship or job opportunities they might have. These booths are not open 24/7, so they will only be open at certain times. So just check in once in a while and join a booth that seems interesting to you. You can also message us on Discord just to find out when any of the booths are open. Lastly, the replay tab is where our recorded sessions will be. So most of our workshops and ceremonies will be recorded just to make it easy for you guys to access them later. So don't worry too much if you can't go to a certain workshop. It will most likely be showing up here after the workshop is done.
Yep. Apologies for the audio. Actually,
Hey guys, I'm here.
I got a work call randomly, so I had to stop it. Right, so we can go over the Discord now. So that way, I see a lot of questions on the Discord. This will help with the demo. Give me 1 minute. Great.
I'm Michelle from HTV5, and this is a walkthrough of our Discord server. Discord will be our main communication platform throughout the event, where you will be able to interact with mentors, sponsors, and participate in much, much more. To begin, Fred will start us off with giving a demonstration of how you will verify your account. This step is specifically for hackers and will allow you to join the HTV5 Discord server. Sponsors, judges, and mentors should email their respective HTV contacts once they have joined the server to be assigned their roles. That being said, I'll hand it over to Fred to do the walkthrough.
Hey, my name is Fred, and I'm one of the developers at Hack the Valley. Today, I'll be showing you how to link your Discord account so that you can participate in Hack the Valley this coming weekend. So to get started, first we have to log into our actual hacker account. From there, if you're confirmed, you'll notice two extra options in your Explore tab. Join the Discord and link your Discord. So join your Discord will take you to our Discord server, so that's basically more or less an invite link. However, once you join, you'll notice that you won't really have access to anything. So for you to gain access as a hacker, you will have to actually use this, which is link your Discord account. Once we click it, we will be prompted to access your account. So from there, we'll just grab some basic information so that we can have association between your Discord account and your actual hacker application. So we'll click authorize, and from there we will be linked. So as you can see here, if we go into the Discord server, you can see here I am now a hacker. Once you see this role on your account, you are ready to go. So good luck this weekend and hope to see you.
To ensure that you get access to the server as a hacker. Once you gain access to the server and after verification, you'll need to read through the rules and accept them to gain access to the server. Once you have done this, you will see all the channels appear on the left sidebar. To change your name, you can go to the top left corner where it reads HTV5. You can then select edit nickname, and once the box pops up, change your nickname and hit save. This will only affect your nickname in our HTV server. Next, let's take a look at channels. On the sidebar, you can see our important channels. First, we have the announcements channel, where we'll be providing important updates and reminders throughout the weekend. Next, we have the welcome channel, which contains important links and submission details. Then we have our schedule channel that breaks down all the events from Friday evening up to submission deadline on Sunday. Please note that in order to receive event and workshop reminders, you'll have to click the green check mark, accept. This will enable individual reminders catered to your interests 15 minutes before each event. Moving on, we have the rules channel and frequently asked questions channel. Please look at these channels for any of your general concerns. If you feel that your inquiries are not answered, feel free to connect with us in the general support channel category using the help desk channel. Here, you can open a ticket with one of the HTV execs who will help you through any issues you run into over the weekend. Note that this channel is associated with voice channels to ensure your concerns are addressed as thoroughly as possible. Now let's discuss our general channel. First, we have the general channel where you can connect with other hackers over the weekend. We also have our team formation channel to help hackers without teams join those looking for teams as well. Please note that each team can only have a maximum of 4 members. We also have a resume critique channel where we will have mentors throughout the weekend providing tips and tricks on how to improve your resumes and answer any resume related questions. Lastly, for this category, we have our music request channel. This channel allows you to listen to your favorite tunes throughout the weekend. Simply join one of our music voice channels and then follow the commands mentioned in the main channel, and boom, Fredbolt will join your voice channel and play the song you requested. Next, we have our mentor support channels. These channels are dedicated to helping the hackers throughout the weekend with their project-related concerns. The Mentor Help channel will connect you to our HTV mentors throughout the weekend. The Echo AR Help channel will connect you to the Echo AR team with any inquiries you may have. Again, these channels are accompanied by voice channels for ease of communication and to ensure that all matters are resolved as fast as possible. Next, we have the sponsors channels. Sponsors will be active on Discord and Hopin throughout the event, and hackers will have the opportunity to connect with them in these channels or through the voice channels below. Moving on to our gaming sessions channels, please pay attention to our announcements and an event schedule if you're interested in participating in the games that will be hosted. Next, we have our judge and voice channels. During the judging process, there will be 3 rounds with a 5 to 10-minute break between each round to help other teams set up. Each team will only run the judging process during their respective round, and each round will last about 30 minutes. Depending on what your team has decided to submit to / compete in, there may be multiple judges that your team is required to present to. The judging process will incorporate a 5-minute prototype or presentation of your project and a 2-minute Q&A. Hackers will be able to present their screen and show videos, which is highly recommended. At 11:30 a.m. on the Sunday of the event, we will send out a sheet outlining which room your team should go to. Once it is time for your team's round, you will be sent to the judging room where you will wait until a judge comes by. The judges will circulate according to the list of teams that they are provided. If a judge comes to a team that is already being judged, they will either wait in the waiting room or go to the next team and circle back. It is crucial to note that the hacker should not leave the judging room until the round is officially ended. The round will officially end when an announcement is posted in our announcements channel. Lastly, we have our fun channels. Here you can send memes, pictures of your pets, setups, and much more, and simply just have fun. If you have any questions or concerns, feel free to reach out to any of us on the Hacker Valley team. Good luck and happy hacking!
Yep, that was the Discord. If you guys have any questions, please post them in the chat. We'll do a Q&A after, and it'll help you guys out. Michelle's in the chat.
I'm Michelle from Hacker Valley.
Okay. We also have a video from MLH. Every year, Hack the Valley participates with MLH. We get partnered. If it was in person, they would bring over $50,000 worth of hardware to help you guys hack, but it's not in person, so they're bringing you other stuff. So let's take a look what our MLH rep this year is bringing us.
Hey everyone, hope you're all doing well from wherever you're logged in. My name is Stephen. I'm coach with Major League Hacking, and I'm here at Hack the Valley to kind of help you and help the organizing team have a really good weekend. So I'm going to talk about a lot of things, but I want to plug this link to hack.mla.org so you can look at this information and opportunities. Before I talk about Hack the Valley, I want to first mention Major League Hacking and describe our mission a little bit for those of you who don't really know about who we are. We're basically the global hacker team, so we interact with and serve over 100,000 hackers every year. Member events, Valley, we partner with local Hack Day, which is actually happening right now. And with those workshops, newer programs that we're kind of working on, like for example, the MLA Fellowship, which will have accepting applications for 2022. We have that a little bit here. For education and internship. Like I mentioned, we have local hack day going on right now as well, which is like a really fun live streamed event with also some sort of competitive collaborative aspects. Discord community, so definitely head over there if you're interested. Okay, so specifically this weekend though, Major League Hacking is going to have a lot of stuff going on. So I'm going to be running a slideshow karaoke event up in Saturday night. And actually we'll have maybe other events too, some other work and working events. We'll bring season mascot keys. So basically we've got Frankie the Kyle Ferret 2022 season mascot. And we've got our nice t-shirts as well. So reach out to them. We've got our drawn AutoCAD AutoCAD and if you draw on this mascot and tweet it using these handles and hashtags, you can send your guest entry for free. And instead of writing event hashtag, you should write active value. We've got a GitHub Student Developer Pack in addition to that contest, where you can look into some of GitHub resources And actually, we've got a lot of resources for all of your hacking needs. So, for example, we partner with Twilio to give you $50 on a trial. And if you make a really good one, the best Twilio hack will actually win a prize. Same is true for domain.com, where you will get a free .com domain name. And if yours is the most creative entry, then you will give you a prize. Now, the weekend code that you need in the promo code, I'll send it over this code. So that's my knowledge. I'm going to do it too. With Google Cloud, we have free Google Cloud credits. And we can head up again. You can see that. And so maybe I'll put it over here. Maybe this will be a better spot for it. Anyway, so we'll have prizes too for the Google Cloud best use of Google Cloud. DGT will have a best use of hardware prize. And if you're having a hard time thinking of how to make a hardware hack, I'm happy to suggest some ideas. In fact, there's lots of ways to get started with hacking if you're unsure where to begin. So we've got these hackathon starter kits where you can check out and hack stuff. This is just another list of the prizes that I mentioned. And actually, the official list is on the blog post, so you can check that out. We really want to see what you've built over the course of the weekend. So because of that, we give an iDemo sticker to every hacker who downloads their packet. This is kind of exciting. We will show us what maybe get some packets presenting. Pretty low stakes. We hope to see what we do. We've got the Career Lab too. A couple of our partners are always looking for smart hackers like you all for lots of job internship. So definitely looking for that for this And on a more serious note, actually, we do have a code of conduct here at Career Hacking. So we take this part of our mission pretty seriously. We want to make sure that any hackathons we participate or partner with are a safe space for everyone. And so we haven't looked at our code of conduct yet. For the Valley Code of Conduct, we really recommend you do that because it'll outline exactly the behavior we want to cultivate positive. And if anything doesn't sit well with you, look out for that. Definitely send you a message. Be our code of conduct is violated. If you can't get a hold of you for whatever reason, but you just don't feel comfortable talking to me, you can reach out to our phone line, which is 247. So that's another resource there. So anyway, not to become too serious of a note, I just want to thank all my partners again and say that I'm really excited for Happy Valley. I hope you all have a really good time. And I'm going to be hanging around in Discord and conference. So I hope you stay well. Anyway, thanks again. And get back to the organizers.
Yep. So sorry about the audio. It was recorded a bit low. So what we're going to do is we'll share the slides with you guys. And Steven is going to be around for the entire event, actually, on the ask.mlh channel. So you guys can ask him anything. Basically, MLH is also giving out prizes. Please do check the dev post for which prizes they're giving out. You can submit to them. And they'll be giving out some free swag. So you can get some iDemo stickers as well. If you demo in the event, they'll mail it to your house. And actually, the top prize gets the MLH season shirt. So for newbies that don't know what the MLH season shirts are, is actually when you went in person, every hacker had the option to get this free shirt that said, you went to an MLH hackathon. So the top team will be receiving those as well this year. Moving on. So we have our first speaker. that will be joining today. He is from FGF Brands. He's the director of enablement transformation, and his name is Tossin Berry. So I can hand it over to Tossin to take it over from here.
Can you hear me, Prashant? Okay, so hopefully you guys can hear me. Good evening, everyone. My name is Tassin Bari, and I'm here on behalf of the software development team at FGF Brands. I will be giving a presentation on who we are and what we do, followed by a demo of one of our applications that we're building on our end. I promise to keep it short. Now, before I start, I would like to thank the organizers of Hack the Valley event for letting us be a part of this. Special shout out to Prashant, who was instrumental in setting this up for us. He was actually an intern with us at FGF, and it's a pleasure seeing him in charge of such an event. So without further ado, let's dive into the presentation. So for those of you who do not know who we are a large manufacturer of baked goods like muffins, croissants, naans, flatbreads, loaves. As you can probably tell by the picture I have up here on the left, we have many customers throughout North America, including Starbucks. So essentially, the muffins and loaves you get at Starbucks, they're made by us. As I have over here, our mission is to continuously expose people to great eating experiences. We are passionate about food and wish to enrich people's lives by offering affordable, high-quality products. Our vision is to be the world's greatest baker. We're not there yet, but we aspire to be the greatest. Okay. All right. So, although we would like to be the greatest baker, but we don't like to call ourselves a bakery. We like to say we are not just a bakery. We are a technology company that bakes. Now, why do we say that? The owners of the company from a very early stage have been extremely focused on technology, be it the latest innovations at the assembly lines or the hardware and software applications we use. They know that one of the ways to stay ahead of the game is to integrate leading edge tech in our day-to-day activities. I think one of the main reasons behind our success so far has been their eagerness to invest in the latest and greatest of technologies, be it a third-party solution, by which I mean we go out and buy them or develop them completely in-house. Okay, so talking about in-house development, we have a dedicated software development team focused on delivering cutting-edge solutions for our company. We design, develop, test, and deliver our own custom-built applications that cater to different areas of our business, be it the supply chain, finance, or engineering. As you can probably tell from the list of technologies we use, we are Microsoft Shop, building solutions on Microsoft Azure. We also develop mobile apps. A few of them are already on Google Play Store and Apple App Stores for the use of our internal team members. So some of the technologies we use are .NET, C#, Python, JavaScript, and for mobile development, we use Android Studio, Xcode, Figma, Canva, and so on. Now, moving on to something a little bit more interesting, we have prepared a quick demo for you, which will hopefully give you a glimpse of what kind of work we are doing at FGF in terms of software development. So to give you a bit of a background, as you know, most of us started working from home once COVID hit. We have been doing that for over a year and a half now, but hopefully, we can see the light at the end of the tunnel, and still hoping it stays the same. We have started talking about potentially bringing team members back to work. Now, things have evolved, and we want to be as flexible as possible so team members can work from home as well, um, and from the office when needed. But we have definitely grown as a team over the last year and a half, and to be honest, we currently don't have as many desks as we have team members at work. And also, if it is going to be a flexible work schedule, it doesn't make sense to have assigned seats. That's why we needed to come up with a system that will let team members book their seats before they come in. As you can see in this picture, something you must be familiar with. If you have been to the movies or have traveled by airplane, you can book your theater seats or check in advance using systems which look similar to the pictures that I have over here. Now, not that there's anything wrong with these, although I have made the mistake of booking seats very close to the screen, thinking that they're actually at the back, but I'll admit that was my fault. We wanted to come up with something a little bit more innovative and newer and nice to look at. So I'm going to bring up my browser over here. So we came up with a solution called Smart Workspace. So this is something our internal team members can use to book their seats in advance before they come in. For example, let's say I want to go in on Monday the 25th. So I select the 25th and click Start. And we are in this virtual representation of our workspace. So I can walk around virtually in the workspace, and I can look at all the desks that are available to me. So let's say I want to book this desk number 20 over here. I press a button, and I can select the dates I want to book it for, and it's done. Now I can still walk around a little bit more and check out the other areas. It's very easy to walk around, especially for some of us who have played the first-person games on PC using your mouse and the backward and forward arrows. I can check out the whole area. This is our lunch area where we kind of sit and have our lunches. Some more desks in here, and our small entertainment area over here where we have a ping pong table. Now, this was built on the Unity platform, which is essentially a game engine. We want to extend the solution to our plants and other sites as well. Given the situation we find ourselves in currently, especially with COVID and all, where walking in physically into our plants for visitors may not be the best solution. We can create these virtual tours for them to kind of get an idea of what our sites look like. And also, let's say I'm a very new team member for the first time. I'm coming in. I know exactly where to go and where to sit. And we want to keep working on this. And who knows, someday if we have enough bandwidth, resources, skill set, we might even end up developing a full-fledged game. Okay, so let me end this over here and go back to my slides. So that was the end of my demo. But before I end my presentation, I just want to bring this up. It is a phrase that we strongly believe in. To be the world's greatest baker, we need to have the world's greatest people. So we need to be on a continuous lookout for talented and skilled candidates. And we understand that the individuals taking part in this Hack the Valley event are the ones who have heavily invested their time in the future of technology and software development. And that is one of the reasons we're here today, obviously, in addition to learning a thing or two as well from the hackers. So feel free to reach out to us through LinkedIn or throughout the event. And we'll be happy to kind of have or start a conversation with you. Thank you, everyone, and looking forward to an exciting weekend ahead.
I was muted. That's a normal thing nowadays. Work is online. The amount of times I have to say that. Thank you, Tassin, for the amazing presentation. Honestly, I've never been in person to FGF during my time there. It was COVID, but it feels like I went in person. So that's really nice. The office looks really great. So moving forward, we have two other speakers. They'll be joining us. One of them is from Pingqua. One of them is from the Hub, actually, first. Gray, and he will be talking about what the Hub brings to Hack the Valley and what the Hub exactly does at UTSC. So I will bring him on right now.
And hello, everyone. And I'm very glad to be here. Hopefully everything's fine. You can hear me. Very proud to be a gold sponsor of this particular Hack the Valley. We've been a sponsor of Hack the Valley since its very start. So it's wonderful to actually be here again, and looking forward very much to how things proceed with this particular weekend, this particular set of challenges and all. So thank you very much. It's an honor to be here. I do have a bit to share very quickly about the Hub and terms of who we are and things like that. So let me just launch a screen here, and we should be good to go. So make sure I get the right window. So we are part of the University of Toronto Scarborough, very proud of that association. One of the things to know about, we do competitions. There is a competition that's coming up for this year. We do welcome folks from the University of Toronto system or anybody who's connected in with some of the University of Toronto students and alums to take part in this. There's a pitch that's for up to $5,000 in support of seed money, support of your idea. We do have that underway. There is a deadline for November 15th to both sign up and to submit a video pitch of what it is that your idea and where you want to take it. So that is definitely part of what we do in terms of things. If you're interested in this, there's a lot explained on the Hub's website. Definitely enter, get onto Eventbrite, buy a free ticket in terms of that. The rules are explained all on the Hub's website. So yeah, we have a good time with that. There's usually about 60 or 70 different initiatives that come forward during any one particular year. And we're very proud of how things go on the pitch competition. We are part of the U of T entrepreneurship community. There are 10 incubators and accelerators all told, and we are the founding incubator for University of Toronto Scarborough. We also have events. I'm very proud of the events that we put on. We have an Inspire series that has been very successful so far this year. It's one where we've had some prominent guest speakers. We had Robert Young open this particular series. Robert Young is, I should say, the artist who drew the mural for Black Lives Matter. He also created the image, which is known as the crucifixion within the Black Lives Matter community. So we opened with that, and we have coming up, and this is on November the 9th, one with Alon Oziri. You might know Alon. You might know Oziri from Oziri Bakery. And we just had been talking about bakery and that Alon is a baker who did go from a small bakery to a very large 30,000 feet sort of bakery. He makes morning rounds. So if you know morning rounds, you know Oziri. What's interesting here, in particular in the Inspire series, he's also an author. He's come out with a book about how he came out to his wife and 3 children and the world about being gay. So he's an entrepreneur, but he's also someone who's proud of being in pride and in being gay and identity. He's going to share on that with us. And that's something that we like to bring forward as well. What are the particular challenges? What are the particular barriers that each of us face, that Alon has faced, that others face, and how do they overcome those? And so this is a particularly insightful and very inspiring sort of series that we are part of. We also have had some success in terms of the Hub. We've had actually well over a dozen very strong success stories. These are but two. One is Roll, which is in terms of the electric scooter company that is developed and has 900 scooters presently in different cities across Canada. Very proud of Roll and where they've gone and what they've done. They started in the hub, and they just have gone, rocketed off since, the past year and a half since then. We're also very proud of StageKeep. StageKeep began pretty much as an idea that was a computer science idea that emerged out of the hub that Axel Villamil had. He started as a student in my class, and he was wondering about, well, how do I make things work in terms of dance and dance choreography? He happens to be number 17 in the world in terms of hip hop dance champion. So he designed a way by which people who dance could actually do their choreography a lot more simply and along with music integrated into the platform. So this is an idea that has been taking storm, actually. And I want you all to pay very close attention in the coming fall to exactly what happens with StageKeep. You'll see that presently he's down in LA, and he's making all sorts of things work for StageKeep now. And there's a big challenge ahead for him. But in terms of things, we're very proud of where all of that is going to go. So it starts with ideas. And where does your idea take you? It starts with how we can help. And we help with events, we help with coaching, we help with doing competitions. And we also help by working with key partners. And we are partnered with Amazon Web Service, also with Google Cloud, but other sorts of locations, accelerators like Seneca Helix, Black Founders Network, which is a new network to have launched at U of T, also with U of T Entrepreneurship itself, and with other startups that are here, and other facilities that are here. And that brings us to, of course, leading into what is a very proud moment for the Hub, which is our partnership with Pinwa. And we'll be hearing very more about that just momentarily. But yes, partnership is another key way in which we help you to become successful. So thank you very much. In terms of that, let's see if I can. And maybe not. Here we go. Oh well. Anyway, thanks much, and thanks Prashant, and thanks to everyone here. I hope everybody has a fun time, and that it's a very successful weekend for you. If you want to check more about the Hub, reach out and connect, all that. Certainly, we're going to be here in terms of Discord. We're going to be here also on the ceremonies at the end, but also reach out just to the Hub via email, and we'll connect up from there too.
Great to have you here, great. So next up, we have Charisse from Pingguoc. She is the Senior Digital Skills Educator, so I'll be shortly bringing her up. Just a background that Pingguoc is doing a challenge this year. So for Hack the Valley, we'll be giving out some prizes. So make sure you guys go to her workshop and listen on what she has to say. Welcome, Charisse.
Yep.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much to Hack the Valley as well as to the Hub. We're completely excited for all of you hackers with the great challenges and all of the great things that we know that you're going to create. In regards to this particular partnership with the Hub, there's just so many wonderful things that we're excited about. So I'm going to tell you first a little bit about Pinwa. So it's pronounced like quinoa, but with a P. So what is Pinwa? It's an Inuktitut word, which means play. And that's based on the fact that it was founded in 2012 by Ryan Oliver. And he developed things that have to do with coding and video games. And he just believed that it was very important to make learning fun. So now we offer things like game design, coding camps. We also partner with a lot of other nonprofit organizations and other institutions that can provide sustainable STEM technology and skills through interactive play. So we also work alongside rural, remote, indigenous, and other communities to support the development of STEM skills. And so what do? We also help create lesson planning and opportunities to educate persons on digital literacy. We also have game and app development support, a lot of graphic designers, people who specialize in coding or computer software, game development. We also have access to a lot of resources and wonderful partnerships such as the Hub. We do provide mentorship, employment opportunities, as well as production and advocacy. We have something called the Pinois Life Cycle, where we're very, very big on each one, teach one, and making sure that we can support people through their with their career objectives or their entrepreneurship objectives. We also have a magazine called Root and STEM, and it pushes the boundaries of how people think about STEAM and provides this diverse platform of stories and wonderful experiences that we can share all across Canada. So the first issue was on climate change. The second issue was on health and wellness. And oddly enough, the issue that we just published was on gaming and the importance of serious gaming and educational gaming. And it's also available online in a digital format. We also have a podcast and many other social avenues. Our next issue is going to be on AI, and we're very, very excited about that. So the Battle of the Coding Clashers, that's the challenge that we're in partnership with in terms of the Hub. And we're going to provide game-based support. The winning team will be featured in our Root and STEM magazine, and we'll also make sure that we help to promote and distribute your game via our social media, our website, our podcast, and our networks. Here are just some of the games that, you know, we've worked very hard with other persons to develop. We have an Arctic survival game and a Nuktit story app and a Nuktit typing game and just other traditional songs and art. So our passion is to develop games and apps and just educational opportunities and experience that transcend all across the nation. We also offer digital skills for adults, as well as internships, as well as youth programming. And all of our services are free. There's absolutely no cost because we are a non-for-profit. We have numerous online resources for adult learners, educators, small businesses, student learners that you're free to look at our website, and we welcome you to do so at your leisure. And we'd like for you to stay connected with us in all of our different social avenues. And once again, we are extremely excited to see what you guys create and this partnership with the Hub. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Charisse. Great to hear from you again. So we'll be looking forward to the challenge and see what you guys can come up with. Now, moving on, it is important to now talk about the important times of the event and to talk about some of the judging criteria that we're going to do and how judging is going to work while we wait for the Dean of U of T to come on board and give us a small speech. So, can you guys still see my screen? Or no?
Sure. Yeah, guys, but definitely try to check out Pinois' workshop from 9 to 10:30. You guys can definitely learn more about the challenge that they're offering and that we mentioned earlier as well. It's also supported by the Hub as our gold sponsor, and something that's really interesting. And right, so Prashant, you can talk about the tab.
Yep. So the important times. So these are some times you guys have to note down. Hacking begins at 8 p.m., literally in an hour. Any code that will be done before, if we see us come in before the event, it will be disqualified, just to let you guys know. So, making an empty repo, making pseudocode, planning ahead, designing, that's just fine. There shouldn't be a single piece of code written down there. then the submission is due strictly at 10 a.m. on Sunday, because we as execs do need an hour after to organize which team is judged by which judge, how it's going to be working exactly, and just so we get an idea of exactly how many submissions we have. So make sure on DevPost. Something to note is you can go ahead at 9 p.m. today and submit something, an empty template with just your team members, and that'll be fine, because you can edit this. You can edit your submission until judging, until 12 p.m. on Sunday. So regardless of when you submit, as long as you have something there, you'll be judged. So I recommend going in, just submitting something before Sunday 10 a.m. and you're good to go. The judging session will be through actually Discord. That's wrong there. It'll be through Discord on Sunday from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. We will talk about that later on. And the closing ceremonies where all the prizes will be announced from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. on Hopin. We want to note down that the prizes will be delivered upon availability. So as you guys know, PS5s are out of stock, so there's no way we can get it delivered within a month. So we will deliver it when we get it available, and we'll send it right to your house. So we will be in contact if you win a prize. The sponsors may be in contact as well with you to get your address, and we'll send it over as soon as we can. Now, to the submission and judging. As I mentioned before, you can submit only one project. So there shouldn't be multiple projects throughout the event. So you can only submit one project for multiple challenges. That means, you can incorporate 4 of the themes from Hack the Valley, maybe something from Loblo, maybe Pingwogs. You can bring in as many challenges as you want under one project, and depending on what challenges you went for, that's what you're going to be judged for. Judging, as I mentioned, it'll be 12 to 2. There's going to be 3 rounds of judging, 30 minutes each. You only need to come for one of the rounds. So we will release a schedule of judging at 11:30 a.m. Please note that if you do DM us at 10 or 10:30 are asking about judging, we won't really have an answer because we will be trying to figure it out. We'll have an answer at 11:30, so it will be on the announcements. Make sure you check it out. So if your team is set to judge at, let's say, 12 p.m. on round 1, that means you're not being judged in round 2 and round 3. So in round 1, for the 30 minutes, you'll be judged pretty intensively depending on how many challenges you submitted. If you submitted to a lot, you might have like 6 or 7 judges coming around throughout the half an hour. Do put down that you guys need to stay in the judging voice channel throughout the entire half an hour of your round. So you shouldn't be leaving and then coming back, because judges have a list, and the judges can come to you anytime within those 30 minutes. It is not mandatory for all 4 of your team members to be there. You can have one person there just to do the Q&A if you want, one person to present, that's it, because I do know that time zones are different for each person. Also, regarding time zones, if it's different and you cannot make it to your live ceremony, you can record your video beforehand, put in your DevPost submission. DevPost does have a capacity for that, so make sure you just link your YouTube or link your Winmo or whatever you recorded on and submit it. One of the volunteers or one of the execs from our end will help you out, and we'll play the submission for you when a judge comes. But for the Q&A, you should have someone there. If you don't, well, there's a lot of points dedicated to the Q&A, how well you can answer it. You will be docked those points. The Q&A can be both technical and non-technical, as I mentioned before as well. It's going to be a 5-minute prototype. If you're making a video, again, max 5 minutes. Once you hit the 5 minute in a live session or even in the video will be paused or the live session will be stopped. So make sure when you guys are preparing your pitches, it'll be 5 minutes, and then a 2-minute Q&A. When I've done events in the past, I've been to a couple of hackathons. I like doing my prototype for the 5 minutes, which I get. I do 2 minutes about the idea, then 1 minute technical, and then the last 2 minutes I'll talk about the product itself and how I built it. Don't go too technical on it as my recommendation, but depends on exactly how you guys want to do it again. Again, judging will be done through Discord. You guys just have to wait for 11:30 a.m. Now, I will be bringing Manpreet on board. He will be doing a Slido question. Well, several Slido questions. There is a prize for this. So if you were paying attention throughout the opening ceremonies, you can win something. There's a couple of gift cards that we can give out. So Manpreet, I'll be bringing you on board. Make sure you're ready to go. And you're live, Manpreet.
Oh, whoops, that was muted. All right, so Hopefully I can share my screen. Give me a second. Okay, is this seeable? Okay, great, cool. All right, so as you can see, there's a link here. I'm gonna need you guys to go on this link. I'll post it in the chat actually. So here you guys go. Just go on this link, and once you're there, there's an event code right over here that you have to use. It's 750 133. All right, so I'm gonna leave this screen on for the next 5 minutes, so until 7:20. And then I'll start the quiz.
Manpreet, I think we can start at 7:18. 7:18.
7:18? All right, cool.
Yeah, just see.
All right, guys, so just one more minute.
Yep.
All right, guys, 7:18. All right, I'm gonna start the quiz. I'm gonna give you guys about 3 to 4 minutes to do the quiz. It isn't long. There's only 8 questions, and hopefully, if you guys have been paying attention, it should be pretty quick. All right. Okay. All right. Correct answer was indeed DevPost. Good job to the 96% of you.
Manpreet, I think if you press present at the top, it'll make it bigger for the participants on the right side. Just
Oh.
on the right.
Oh, whoops. Hold up. There you go.
It'll help the participants.
Oh, whoops. Okay. Great. Okay, so that's okay. 98%. Good enough. Let's go to the next topic. Never mind. All right. What time to submit? Let's see. Good job. Right, guys. Manpreet, just before you go to the next question, I just wanted to clarify. I saw a few answers for the timings that weren't correct. So just make sure you guys know that you guys are not able to start hacking before 8 p.m. Eastern time. And the submissions are done on DevPost, and it's on Sunday at 10 a.m. Eastern time as well. There was like a good amount of people who didn't really catch that, so just a quick another reminder about that. I feel like those two are definitely one of the more important ones that everyone should have on board. So yeah, that's all. Yeah, you can go ahead and include. All right. All right, so to the 2%, there is no limit. So you guys can go to any and all workshops. You can go, whenever you want, whatever you like. So don't worry about, limiting yourself to workshops. All right. To the people who didn't pick Sunday at 12 p.m., again, this is the judging time. This is when it starts. So just make sure to have your proposals ready, your projects ready, everything's set up for Sunday at 12 p.m. EST.
Yeah, and just to add on to that, yeah, again, like I mentioned, this is a pretty important time as well. Hacker submissions are due at 10 a.m., so you guys have about 2 hours just to prepare your pitches and stuff, and it will be done on Discord. So just make sure you guys keep an eye on the announcements, especially on Discord, because it'll provide more information in terms of what specific voice room you'll be in. So when just come after you guys are done your submissions, just make sure you guys keep an eye on Discord, because we will be sending out a list under announcements to see when like what room and like what time, what round you guys will be judged at. And Manpreet, go ahead.
Yep.
Final question.
Right. Last question.
So just a quick tip: if you guys were able to read the hacker package, this would have provided a lot more information on it. So this is more so just a test on that. It'll be quite interesting to see what the answers are, because it's not quite obvious.
Ooh, okay. So yeah.
Wow.
Unfortunately, sorry guys, there's no perks for this or this or this. All right.
But congratulations, Harry Wang. We will be sending something to you. It will most likely be an Uber Eats gift card. And yeah, so thank you guys for participating in that. We still have a few more things to get through for the opening ceremony. And then, yeah, Prashant, do you have any update?
So we're still waiting on one of our biggest speakers, which is the dean. Before we get into that, some perks. Echo AR is giving a month free of usage on their end. So please make sure you go to their workshop at 9 p.m. to get it. Replit is, if you guys don't know what Replit is, it is an online code editor. I highly recommend you guys check it out for Battlesnake. And for those of you who don't know what Battlesnake was, Battlesnake, basically you build a snake out of HTML, CSS, I think JavaScript as well. And then you literally have a battle between the snakes, have a tournament. We have prizes. We actually have battle snakes themselves that will be giving out some prizes. Highly recommended that you use Replit for that. It is quite easy to use it. You can program in any language. HTML, CSS is the preferable because that's what Battlesnakes is. The deadline for Battlesnakes did get moved to tomorrow. So make sure that you guys keep your Snake server on until tomorrow. Then we have Uber Eats gift cards. Oh, cards is spelled wrong. But we have Uber Eats gift cards. How these gift cards are going to work is we have about 200 of them to give out. That means not every single person is going to get one. But if you're paying attention to the announcements, you have a chance of getting one through giveaways. So it's a fair equal chance. Some might be giving out in some workshops. Some might be giving out throughout the night. So make sure you pay attention to that. And then we also have some iDemo stickers that MLH mentioned. These stickers will be delivered to your house. In the past, what people do is they take these stickers and they put on their laptop. They make a whole screen of hackathons they've been to. Unfortunately, virtual hackathons, there's not much you can do. So there's some iDemo stickers. And while we wait for our next speaker, is there any Q&A about anything at all from the audience? So this can be about logistical issues, any questions you may have. We did see about 82 tickets open within a span of like 3 hours yesterday. So if you have any questions, please let us know while we wait for the next speaker to join us.
So you guys can just add them on the Hopin chat, and then we'll be able to answer them accordingly.
So from a person that's I've been to about 20 hackathons. I've done international ones. I've been to the States as well, bust down there. I highly recommend spending Friday to go to some of these challenge workshops, finding out what you can do. Just making the idea concrete, because you don't want it to be coming to Saturday night and your idea isn't working out because it's too complex and pivoting on Saturday night, right? You won't have the best exact demo to give out. So make sure your idea is simple, it's concrete, but it does solve the problem. I've been to events where I wasn't able to submit something because it wasn't the best idea. And when you're judging, the technical aspect isn't worth a lot of points. I'll just put it in that way. If your product doesn't work at all and you just hard coded it, that's fine. It is better to not hard code it, but that's fine. It's your idea. So make sure you spend at least 1 or 2 hours. A lot of points will go towards what you have thought about and how unique is it. So if we see something that that's been repeating, like in the past 2 years, we saw something like the garbage collector, automatic garbage collector. You put a garbage on it, it'll automatically sort it if it's compost or something. That idea has won every single hackathon in the past 2 years when it happened in person. So we couldn't allow that. So we had to disqualify that, unfortunately, because it wasn't unique. So make sure your idea is unique. It's a bit different than the usual. And to answer your question, you can make a GitHub repo to map up your idea. You can start designing as well. I know repo counts as a commit into the GitHub, but that's fine. We're not going to dock points for making a repo. And yeah, you can find a data set to work with. You can have your APIs open. You can start documentation stuff, but you just can't, put in your first function into your code, basically. And also, we noticed that a lot of people are personal messaging the execs. Please refrain from doing that, because all the execs, we're not going to be working 40 hours straight. That's not possible for us. So please do not do that. Please open a ticket so one of us that's on shift can do it. Because if you personal message me, for example, I'm not going to be working the night shift, so I won't be able to answer it. Then you're just waiting for a few hours. So that's why we highly recommend opening a ticket. It pings every single exec, so at least there's going to be one person there to answer your question. So please do not message us personally. We have quite a lot of other people already messaging us personally. It's hard to track, basically, for us. Yeah, you guys can take a break if you want. We'll be back in like 5-10 minutes. We're just waiting for one of our speakers. He's running a bit late. Sponsors will be recruiting throughout the event. For example, at Hack the Valley 2, Microsoft came to the event in person, and they recruited 2 people right off the event. They did the interviews during the event. So I guess be on your best behavior. Make sure you guys are not saying anything bad in the channels. We've had to filter some messages out already. Remind your sponsors and recruiters are looking at that, so make sure you guys follow that. And in fact, they're actually looking at this chat right now. I think some of them are in the chat. So they will be recruiting some of them. Make sure you go to their booth. They have their channels. Some of you already started networking. Networking is the best key. I actually got my first internship through Hack the Valley. Team formation events, yes. There is one right after the opening ceremonies. We have a channel for team formation. It's basically going to be the same format. You guys will talk amongst yourself on Hopin to form a team. If it was in person, it would have been a bit easier, but unfortunately, that's not the case. Is there any prize everyone is guaranteed? We are looking at giving away certificates of participation. We've had a couple people ask us if we can. We will get back to you on that. Hopefully, if we do give it away, we can get like the hub and the chair of CMS and someone to stamp it off. So that way it's extremely official. But other than that, unfortunately, there's not a prize for everyone. If you win one of the prizes on Dev Post, that's what you get. Otherwise, there's not a prize, but the best prize is developing something. So regardless if you make something or not, regardless if you win something or not, if you made something, that can still go on your resume, right? Winning something doesn't always determine the best thing. So from the 20 hackathons I've been to, I've not won a single one. And I'm still doing an internship. So I think that's the same case with the REAB as well. So it's not always winning the hackathon that matters.
Yeah, and with regards to this previous question as well, a lot of our sponsors that are available, like especially in the sponsor booth and that are being chatting, they normally hire for co-ops and internships as well as new grad roles. So definitely do check them out. Like IBM, FGF Brands normally has co-op and internship roles, and especially Loblaws, they are hiring for new grad and as well as for internships. So these three companies are definitely looking for some talent that can be visible in our hackathon as well. So you guys can definitely try and network with them as well, and they might just even be impressed by the projects that you guys have. I personally gained a lot of connections just by networking at hackathons and actually landed a few interviews through that process. So it's definitely a good skill to learn, and it's a great place to even just start off networking. It's a little bit harder in person. Some people get a little scared, so virtually that makes life a little bit easier. So definitely take advantage of it. And yeah, so the sponsor booth will be available. Most of our sponsors are going to be attending that, as well as making sure that you guys also attend the workshops that are being hosted by our sponsors. So that can be included from the Loblaws' HR presentations, whether it be the IBM resume workshops. Even the Women Science is a great opportunity to network with some of the industry leaders that are working at MD as well as like from professors at UFT can be a huge benefit to looking to grad school and other areas of that sort. And to answer this question,
that's an interesting question. Taking co-op. So do you mean the co-op credit term that you guys take, like the 2 credit 4 credit term? If so, I am a bit unaware of that. I believe one of the recruiters will be able to help you out on that. If you go to their channel or their workshop, they could probably, or even their sponsor booth, they'll answer that question for you. I'm not too sure about that. Any free merch? Free merch, we were planning to do t-shirts, unfortunately. The logistics of giving a t-shirt to each person when it's virtual is extremely hard. That's something. What we're trying to do is we'll unreveal the Hack the Valley 6 date at the end of the event. It's actually coming up in a few months. So that's an in-person event. So there will be free merch there. Actually, quite a lot of merch.
Yes, you guys should be able to. Few people were having problems with it a few days ago, but now most people have been updating their nicknames on Discord. Just be mindful to not include anything Hack the Valley related because that's more catered to the executives. So we will be checking that because we know, who all the members on our team are. And yeah, so yeah, it should be available to update the nicknames on Discord. I believe if you go even in the Discord demo in the hacker package link that we provided, should give you guys a thorough explanation of how to do it. Yeah.
What type of prizes you can get from workshops? That depends per workshop. Most are just giveaways. Some have prizes. So the gaming sessions all have prizes. Definitely check that out. For the other workshops, just stay tuned to the announcements. You never know what's coming your way. What are judges looking for when they evaluate judging projects? Right. So what are judges looking for when they evaluate judging project? It's mostly ideas. If your project is not technical sound, I wouldn't say it's fine, but it's better than your idea has to be able to. You should be able to explain your idea to such a point where your even though your project is not technically good, your idea could take over those points for you. So you keep that in mind. Make sure you spend a few hours on your idea. Your idea is the most important part. What time is Expo starting? The Expo is starting. Depends per company. IBM is opening up their Expo at 8 p.m. So make sure you go to their Expo, their sponsor booth. The recruiters are going to be there. A lot of workshops, such as the Loblaw Amplify Initiative workshop, starting at 8 p.m. So you can hop in and out. Make sure you connect with them. And the DCP workshop, well, you'll learn about their challenges. It's also at 8 p.m. Keep in mind that the Expo is not recorded, but the workshops are recorded. And that being said, I will answer the questions later, but it seems like we have our speaker on. Dr. Malloy, I can bring him onto screen. He is the chair of CMS. Dr. Malloy, you're live actually right now, so you can unmute if you want to. He is the chair of the computer science department at U of T. So I will let him take it away from you.
Hello, welcome to UTS, University of Toronto at Scarborough. I'm, as you just heard, I'm Michael Malloy. I'm the chair of the Department of Computer and Mathematical Sciences here. Hack the Valley is one of our annual highlights. I remember a few years ago when I was first started as chair, the organizers came and told me how we're going to have hundreds of students from around the world all hanging out in our hallways all weekend and sleeping in our couches and hacking. I thought that sounds fantastic. And then I learned that it's one of the biggest hackathons in Canada, and that was entirely pulled off by our students, which was very impressive. Eventually, I realized that the secret to the success is that it is entirely pulled off by our students, and that people like me have nothing to do with it. And that's apparently what makes it great. I'm very happy that this is happening. We're quite proud of our students here at in my department and all their achievements, and this is certainly one of the big ones. So you participants, thank you so much for coming. This, of course, could not happen without you. I hope you have a great weekend hacking away, and I hope that very soon I'll see you all flopped out in our hallways at one of the next Hack the Valleys. Goodbye.
Thank you, Dr. Malloy. That was great. Yeah, hopefully Hack the Valley 6 is, well, we'll release the date soon, in person, hopefully, if U of T lets us. That being said, I do see some questions still. How do you join the Expo from HAFSA? So the Expo is, you join them, you would go to the hop-in. On the left, there's a screen for Expo. You just click on the Expo and it'll take you to the sponsor booths, and then you just click on whatever sponsor booth you want to go into. And that should be it. That concludes our opening ceremonies. Thank you guys for joining with us, and happy hacking. You have 15 minutes, so you guys can start forming teams. Some of the sponsor booths might open up early, so hope to see you guys there. And make sure your announcements channel is available. Your notifications are on. So any giveaways we do, any workshops that are happening, that will be announced with the announcements channel. If the notifications aren't on, you're not going to get notifications. You're going to miss out, unfortunately. So make sure you have those on. And And one more time, I have to repeat myself. If you have any logistical questions, any at all, make sure you create a ticket. Do not DM any of the execs. Do not chat in the general chat, because as you see, throughout the event goes, these chats in the general chat and the direct messages, they're gonna get overloaded. We're gonna miss them. So create a ticket. The ticket stays until we close it from our end. So we're not gonna close it until your question is answered. Other than that, happy hacking. And let us know if you have any more questions. We'll stay on for a little bit.
Yep. Thanks, Prashant. Yeah. So just make sure you guys definitely take the next few hours to either form teams or try to work. There's definitely a bunch of workshops that are lined up, as Prashant mentioned earlier. Be sure to check them out. We have the Loblaws workshop as well, and Pingwalk is also hosting their workshop for to explain more about what's expected from their challenge. So please make sure to check that out, as that will provide a more thorough insight of what is exactly being expected. So if you guys are really interested in creating an educational video game, it'll be highly beneficial if you guys go to it. It starts at 9 p.m. and lasts on 10:30. And we'll also be posting more times with respect to when sponsors are arriving. So be sure to also, like Prashant said, just make sure you guys check out the announcements chat. And I have a few more questions. What are the judges looking for when they evaluate a hackathon project? Ideas or skills? Well, a bit of both. I mean, the way you'd have to think about it is that we're only giving you guys a few days. We don't expect a fully fledged out product to go. A lot of the times, what sort of grabs the judge's attention is a creative or innovative idea. That being said, if it has a good technological background to it, that would definitely help your case. But we're definitely not looking for something that's fully fledged out. It's more so finding something that's creative and something that's feasible to do within 36 hours. I think the judges do have that realization. Most of us do. And yeah, as long as your idea is something new, something different, that meets the guidelines of, if it's a sponsor challenge that meets the guidelines of their own specific challenge, then that's what they're specifically looking for. And for these challenges, we have provided more information in the hacker packages. So definitely do look them out, do look for them thoroughly, and that way that can be sorted out. Yeah. You can still what if you don't have much programming experience, and the most we can do is create a simple program. We also have like a beginner prize for it. So we'll be checking to see like when you guys have filled out the first application to see who actually applied for the beginner program. It's going to be first-time hackers. So that criteria will be a little different for the beginner prize. And we'll see more so with regards to experience and how you guys pitch the idea, if you guys are able to come up with something. So not everyone in this hackathon is going to be highly experienced in their field. There is a lot of hackers, which might feel a little bit intimidating, but not everyone is competing for the same prizes. So just keep that in mind. The beginner prizes will be catered more to those who are still like starting their journey in development. So that shouldn't really be much of a problem.
Again, idea matters a lot. So if your idea is really good, you might actually win the entire hackathon. If your project, if your technical isn't that bad, isn't that good. So work on your idea. That being said, I think we can wrap it up. We can see you guys at the workshops now.
Yep. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.